going to talk about some formulas that you often see in word problems and that you're just going to need to know throughout the rest of this class and your time here at St. Pat. So the area of a rectangle is length times width. So area, we use a capital A, length a little l, and width a little w. So area of a rectangle is length times width. The perimeter of a rectangle, which is the length of all the sides added together, the distance all the way around, is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. We might also talk about the distance traveled. So d for distance equals the rate at which you travel times how much time you traveled. So distance equals rate times time. We'll also spend some time talking about cost. And cost equals the number of items times the price per item. So this P, that's the price for one item, and N is the cost, or is the number of those items. And so you multiply the number of items times the price per item, and you get the total cost. Alright. One last thing before we get to some examples. You need to know that is means equals. So if I say x is 5, that means x equals 5. Okay, so let's do some examples. Okay, so my first example is 4 times a number. So I don't know what that number is, so I'm going to let that number be represented by the letter N. So 4 times a number. Well, hopefully that makes you think about multiplication. So 4 times N. How about 1/2 a number? Well, hopefully that makes you think of multiplication and you think 1/2 times N. What about 8 more than twice a number? So now we have a couple things going on. I have 8 more than and twice a number. So that twice a number looks like 2 times N, and 8 more than is 8 plus. So you end up with 8 plus 2n. What about 7 less than a number? So I've got less than. That should make me think subtraction, but here's the tricky part. Which comes first? 7 less than a number. Well, that number minus 7. 7 less than a number. Alright, we're going to do a few more trickier. Well, not trickier, just, equations instead of statements. Alright, so if I have the sum of a number and 12 is 78, the first thing I'm going to do is underline the terms that make me think about math symbols. So sum of makes me think of addition. Is makes me think of equal. So I'm going to have a plus and an equal sign. And the sum of a number, do I know that number? No, so I'm going to let it be represented by n. And 12, so 12 will be my other number I add. And is 78, so that means equals 78. So the sum of a number and 12 is 78. Looks like n plus 12 equals 78.